Hello, Round County Senior High School English 100 students. This video will lead you through April the 13th through the 17th, specifically the annotated bibliography, which is so important. By now, you should have all submitted your essay, your student proposal, essay number 3, as well as put the link to your presentation on the discussion board. And as I am scoring those, I'm sending you emails if I don't have your presentation or if you did not put your presentation on Blackboard on the discussion board, because that is how your classmates will give you feedback. So just to quickly go over that with you again, on the announcements on Blackboard, the first thing that you see is the library quiz. You had to have taken that library quiz by April the 12th at 11:30 p.m. and that was worth 100 points. And I have no control over that quiz. That is a standardized MSU English 100 quiz that you had to take through the English 100 assessment course, and that's why I said need help. Call me and I'll walk you through it, because I would have been more than happy to walk you through getting to that quiz. So hopefully you took that quiz, and I'll be putting those grades in this week. Dr. Graves sends me those scores. I can't even access your scores. Essay 3 presentation was due on the 10th, and for each of those presentations, you are to give glows, something that was done well, and grows, something that you would like to see more of, or how the student could make their presentation better. Make sure that you're specific and kind. And if for some reason you have not put your presentation on the discussion board, you still have to do that. That is not optional. If you do not put your presentation on the discussion board, then your presentation doesn't count, and that is 100 points of the 210 points, I believe, available. So you simply click on discussions, click on Essay 3 topics, and notice that there are many presentations for you to watch and give glows and grows to. And I've been working through those as well. And if you have not created your thread and put your presentation on there, you need to do that today. So you simply click Create Thread, entitle your thread your name, and then simply copy and paste the link and make it live for us. So you just use the little insert link so that we can click on it and watch your video. It is a video presentation because you were to use Screencast-O-Matic or Google Screen Recorder to talk us through your presentation. I like Screencast-O-Matic. That's what I'm using right now because it's so easy to use and it's free. And then you simply submit your presentation. So if I email you and tell you that you have not submitted your presentation, that's because it's not on the discussion board, and you need to do that today. Let's go back to the syllabus. And this week you're working on the annotated bibliography and researching for your research essay. First and foremost, the annotated bibliography is directly related to your research essay, and an annotated bibliography is simply a works cited page where you summarize and explain how you will use each of the sources. So all you have to do to find the information for the annotated bibliography is first go to the blog E100 rcshs.blogspot.com and click on the annotated bibliography. Here is a lecture which you are also getting through this video, so you don't need to watch this lecture. And you can click Student Sample, which will take you to an example of an annotated bibliography, which is what you are creating as well. and you can click on rubric, which is what I'm going to go over with you right now. So the first thing that you will do is create an MLA 8th edition formatted Google Doc, which we have been doing all semester. You research your topic, which you've also been doing all semester, which is your current events and where your current events come into play. Entitle your annotated bibliography of, and then the working title of your essay. So if we look at that student sample, their title is Annotated Bibliography of Decreasing School Shootings in America. So this is their working title, and everyone's title will begin with Annotated Bibliography of, and then you fill in the working title of your essay. Cite and summarize 5 to 10 sentences each, at least 5 sources that you will use in your essay. Now, you should have 5 current events finished, so you already have cited those sources and you have summarized those sources. So you can simply copy and paste from your current events because that's your work. You've already cited the sources, you've already summarized the sources. All you have to do at this point is add how and where you will use those sources in your research essay. Explain how each source could be used in your essay, at least 2 sentences each. Alphabetize the sources by author's last name. So it's just like a works cited page, you alphabetize by the author's last name. Cite using the MLA formula. Author's last name, author's first name, title of the article, publisher, published date, and the URL or the page numbers. If there is not an author, remember, begin with the title and alphabetize using that title. I have given you another student sample on the assignment page. Notice that this student's title is Annotated Bibliography of Personalized Medicine in the U.S., something that we all need right now. And for each summary, you are citing the source in MLA format. Make sure that you use that sentence starter that I made for you according to the author's last name in the book entitled, and then state the title, and then state the claim or main idea. And then I have given you an example of a good way to start these summaries. This is the rubric, and your annotated bibliography will be scored using this rubric. First is MLA format. So your header must be correct, your first page info, Times New Roman, font size 12, double spaced. Make sure that you hang the indent of those citations. The title must be Annotated Bibliography of, and then your working title. You must put your sources in alphabetical order. The date published must be 2010 to present, so make sure you double check all your dates. Your citations must be correct, 5 citations in MLA format using the MLA formula, hanging indent, double spaced. Your summaries must be at least 5 to 10 sentences, and they must use the sentence starter. And your explanations for each source must be 3 original college level sentences. 2 to 3 is fine. Just like it says up here, at least 2 complete sentences. 2 to 3 sentences is fine. And you'll earn full credit for 2 to 3 sentences. Okay? Now, I want to help you with this explanation of how you're going to use that source. And one of the very best ways to figure out how you are going to use the source is to go back to the outline of the research essay. And when you look at the outline of the research essay, you need to think about putting your sources into this outline. And that will help you come up with where exactly you're going to use that piece of evidence from your current events. So what I just did was click on this link, outline. If you want to make a copy of this outline, then you can print it and make notes and write in the boxes, and then you'll be able to figure out where you're going to use each piece of evidence, which is what that explanation is. So you're going farther than summarizing it, which you already have done. You can copy and paste that from the current events. But then you go on to explain that you're going to use that information in your background as background information in your introduction, or you're going to use that as your third supporting idea, or you're going to use it in your rebuttal paragraph where you are rebuking the counterclaim, because you must cite 2 pieces of evidence in each supporting idea and the counterclaim of your research essay. And we are going to have to be extremely creative in getting through the conferences. The easiest thing for us to do is you share your essay with me, and I will give you feedback. You revise and edit that essay before you actually turn it in for scoring, because remember, your research essay is worth 30% of your final grade. If you have any questions at all, please email me or call me. I'm working every single day, as I hope that you are as well. And it's really important that you stay caught up with your work. Now, you will submit your annotated bibliography to weekly units. We just finished week 12, so it'll be week 10 through 13. So I will put that in right here for week 13. I'll actually do that right now so that you can make sure I didn't put it in the next week, so that you can complete your annotated bibliography and get that turned in. I strongly advise you to stay on a schedule and work every day. You just had Brown County Senior High School spring break, but you need to get up in the morning and do your work so that you do not get behind. So again, the annotated bibliography will be in weekly units, week 13. You must submit your work on Blackboard. Some of you tried to email it to me, but you have to submit that work on Blackboard. That is how MSU audits our work, and so that is a non-negotiable as well. So, in closing, first and foremost, if you need help with anything at all, please, please, please reach out to me. Email me, call me, you can text me. I promise I will answer. If I don't answer within 24 hours, I did not get your message. So you want to try to email me again if it was via email. Second of all, if you have not turned in Essay 3 or posted your presentation, you must do that today. And finally, work on your annotated bibliography this week and submit it this week, and then all you have left is your research essay and the final. I would love to see you, so I'm going to set up a Zoom for us on Wednesday, and I will email you that information as well as post it on Blackboard and post it on my blog. And we will Zoom at noon so that if you are sleeping in a bit, you won't miss that Zoom session. So I look forward to seeing all of you. Take care.